So you've got your goal, you have the mindset where you're so ready to step outside of your comfort zone and you are ready to go. Now you have to come up with your plan, okay? It's all in this video on how to make it super, super easy. Hey guys, it's Kate from the podcast 7.31.eightysix, How Not to Suck at Life. And yes, there's dinosaurs all over my sweatshirt. Would you expect anything less from me? So if you've been following along with the videos, we are on step 3 of our super simple how to actually get your goals off and running. If you haven't checked out the other videos, go ahead, check out the channel, subscribe while you're there. We greatly appreciate it. That way you never miss another video. And my goal this year is to help you guys accomplish your goals, okay? Any goal that you have in mind, I want to be there right beside you, cheering you on. So this video, we're actually going to talk about how to set a game plan and get going on these actions. Now, the number one thing that I see so often is that we set our goal, we set our big goal, and then in a week, we want to change our entire life. Like we literally want to tear everything up, flip-flop it, and just start all over. That is so overwhelming. I don't think you guys understand how overwhelming it is for the mind to be like, okay, starting tomorrow, everything is going to change. The best example I can give is, say you want to lose weight. So generally losing weight involves changing your diet and changing your exercise routine. All right. You got to eat healthy. You got to move more. So often what I see is in a week, people will adapt an exercise routine that involves going to the gym for, hours when they hadn't even really done a lot of walking outside. And then they go from either possibly eating out or eating, really rich foods or very processed foods to trying to eat 1000% clean all in the first week. So what I always saw happen with my health coaching clients is I'd say the first week it was like gung-ho. Yes, this is what I want. I'm into it. Second week, it's like, all right, it's starting to get a little bit stressful. I miss going out with my friends, or I'm really starting to crave chocolate. I'm really starting to crave sugar. I'm really exhausted. I'm sore from my workouts, blah, 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 blah. And I'm telling you, that happened to me as well. By week 3, that's usually when I see people start to give up, okay? That's when you've really started to see the frustrations coming in. And it's just because your brain and your body and everything is just starting to get too overwhelmed. So that's when I used to see like, oh, well, I went out and I had pizza with my friends, or I missed the gym one day and then it turned into 3 days that I missed the gym. So the number one thing that you want to do is baby steps. I know I've said this all along the way, but baby steps. And I think this is always hard for my health coaching clients to comprehend because they're like 0 to 100. I want the fastest, quickest solution to, health coaching. Obviously, most people are just looking at getting healthy and losing weight and all that, but never realize it's a full mindset change. So the slower you go, the better you're going to adapt all of these like life-changing lessons and life-changing skills that you are going to develop on your way to your goals. Now, what I mean by that is change one thing. So if your action plan, let's just use getting healthy as an example. If getting healthy is your priority, and I think the way I finally lost the weight, if you guys don't know the whole weight loss story, long story short, I had actually lost 80 plus pounds when I was a junior going into my senior year of high school, went to college, gained it all back plus like 40 pounds. And then that's when I had really had grad school, is when I really had that big transformation moment. And this was the first time that I actually was like, I'm not focusing on weight loss. I'm focusing on my mental health, and I'm focusing on getting healthy. I'm focusing on getting out of my comfort zone. That's all I did. So the way I started my program was I just need to be more active 2 days a week. So that's when I started MMA. I only was going 2 days a week. I didn't change anything else. I swear to you, I did not change anything else. 2 days a week, an hour. So that's 2 extra hours of moving. I did that for about a month. And then when I say, moving and all that, I was getting through 15 seconds, 30 seconds of a round for like kickboxing. Now, when I started to get the hang of that and like that became second nature, and that was like, okay, this is easy. I can, not easy, but this is manageable. I can do something else. Then I started to go 3 times a week. Then I started to build up my minutes during rounds. Then I started to build up how many push-ups I could do, how many sit-ups, all of that. So each time something started to become a habit and it really started to solidify in my life, then I went on to the next thing. Okay. So then the next thing was like, let's start cleaning up the diet. I didn't overnight just say, I am getting rid of every processed thing. I'm never eating out. I'm never doing this. I'm never doing that. It was a process. It was like, okay, so maybe we're only going to go out twice a week and I'm going to add more vegetables in. And that's literally all it was. It was, okay, maybe I need to start limiting my sugar intake now. And that's how I approach life in all of my goals. So now we have to set our game plan. So, baby steps. So take that big old goal that you have and start writing down what are the things that you have to do to meet that goal. Okay. Right now, saving money is huge for me because once COVID's over, I'm traveling as much as possible. So saving money, it's like, okay, this is how much I want to put into savings. This is how I'm going to set my goal up to get there. I need to go to Starbucks less. I need to not go to Dunkin' Donuts during my lunch break. I need to, save money doing this, save money doing that. So those are my action steps. I'm not going to eliminate everything all in the same day, okay? I'm going to start cutting back on each thing and then putting my money where I want it to go. So any goal that you have, take the big one, chunk it down. After you do that, you want to pick your first thing that you're like, I can commit to this. I can do this. And then commit to it. At least 2 full weeks, I want you to, that's your focus, okay? That is how you are accomplishing that goal. Don't even think about the other stuff. Once that becomes second nature, look at your list. What's the next thing that you can add on? And then add that on, okay? And this is how it builds up, and then it snowballs, and then the next thing you know, you're like, oh my God, I have accomplished my goal. How freaking cool is this? And I promise you, it works every single time. Now, I've said it before, I'm not the most organized person in the world, and like I said, with a podcast, thank God for Margot. She's the one that has our show outlines and all that sitting right there, and then laughs because I'm like looking at her sheet the entire time. But for me, just that initial list is enough. Now, other people, I know it really, really helps. Even having a calendar, excuse me, even having a calendar where, say your goal is to work out more. One person that I used to coach, she put a sticker on her calendar every single day that she made a workout. And then, she could go back and look at the calendar and she'd be really proud, like, oh, you could actually physically see just how much that she had done. For me, I tend to focus more on, the intrinsic feelings of things. So I really focus on like, wow, I felt so freaking amazing. I felt so strong. That workout was super, super hard, but I got through it. That is what goes through my brain, and that's what makes me motivated for the next day. So whatever's going to keep you motivated. The other thing too is when you're planning, I'm one that I can be very stubborn, believe it or not. I know some of you are probably laughing like duck ate. I can be pretty stubborn. So when I am set out for something, I don't necessarily have to physically schedule that into my schedule. It's nope, this is my priority. I need this time to myself. This is what I owe myself. So if you don't necessarily act in that way, like I said, that's completely fine. Like I said, sometimes my personality can be a little abrasive in that side. But really schedule that in. And that's an appointment that you're not going to break. I know I'm not the only person on the face of the earth that has said this, but that is a something in your schedule that you cannot break. That's a date with yourself. That's a meeting with yourself that you cannot stray from. All right. So that's how this plan is going to come together. Next video coming up, I will actually talk about what's the next step. What's one of the most important things mindset-wise that you have to do. So stay tuned for that. It's coming at you very soon. I cannot thank you guys enough for your support. Please hit the subscribe button. Like I said, my goal this year is to make sure that you guys meet your goals, okay? And I'm going to be here cheering for you all along the way. If you haven't checked out the podcast, please do so. The support has been so freaking awesome. It's so great. Each and every day we get a different message saying, hey, I just listened to your podcast. We have so much fun. If you guys have ideas for us, please send them our way. We're actually doing a video recording for the next one, and I cannot wait for the guest. She is just so freaking adorable and so amazing. So stay tuned for that. Check the links down below, and I will see you soon. Bye.